Hey there, people, and thank you. We have hit 90,000 subscribers, so thank you again. Thank you all so much. This is just another big milestone, another incredible milestone, and I'm so happy to reach it with all of you. So it's been a busy time lately, and I do have a lot of other things that have been going on recently. So I do apologize if I've been a little bit slow about posting videos and getting things um, up and guides and stuff just recently. I know I've missed a few weeks recently, and this is actually going to be the only video for the main channel for today, for this week. But don't worry, I will have more videos coming. I do have tons and tons of things planned, tons of guides planned, as well as gameplay, of course, going on as well. And I am, of course, still publishing videos on our second channel. If you haven't heard of it, it's Mass Distract Gaming, and that's where I play just random games for fun with my friends. So if that's something you're interested in, I will put a link in the description so you can check that out. I've been a little more consistent with that one because those ones are just a little bit easier. But I will do my best to get back to a more regular schedule here on the main channel as well. Views are actually a little slower this time of year anyway, so it's kind of been a little bit of an excuse for me to deal with a lot of like family and business work type stuff that I've just had to deal with this time of year. It's a busy time of year for all that kind of stuff. So I kind of have been taking it a little easier as far as the main channel here because it's a slow time for the channel anyway. But as I say, we'll be getting back to it. I've been taking care of a lot of that stuff, so hopefully I'll have a lot more time to get back into the serious guides and so on the channel. I do have, as I say, a ton of guides, ideas and plans for the channel in mind. A lot of guides that I plan to do are actually basically revisiting, redoing new versions of Terraria guides that I've already done in the past, but I plan to do them better and updated, improved for 1.4. Honestly, I'm not sure to what extent I should still include information for older versions of the game. I know there are still people out there playing on old gen consoles or on 3DS or otherwise just never got the updates. Maybe they're not connected online and so on. So I'm sort of been debating how much to include that kind of information in new guides that I'm publishing at this point with 1.4 out and with it being officially the latest or the last major update for Terraria. I tried to kind of strike a balance there with my recent mounts guide, so I don't know if you've seen it. It didn't get as much attention as I thought it would, up to now at least, but you can let me know what you think of that kind of approach and whether it matters to you, whether I include information for old versions. Some people just like to go back and play old versions anyway. I know that happens as well, but I don't want to spend like half the video just repeating what's available on what version of the game and stuff, so I'm trying to strike kind of a balance there. Let me know what you think. Of course, I'm also working on publishing episodes of our multiplayer master mode gameplay playthrough. We're playing all the way through master mode, me and 3 of my friends, from the beginning to the end. We've made it into hard mode now, but there's a lot more yet to come, of course. It's been a little bit slow as far as even that the last few weeks because we're just at a point in the game where there's a lot of like grinding, a lot of farming, and a lot of digging and all that kind of stuff, a lot of mining. So it's just kind of a tedious point in the game, which is not a problem exactly, except that it just takes a long time. So there's like hours and hours of us just like digging and farming for things. And I've been, it's just an editing problem where I have to review hours and hours of footage and edit it down and condense it down to the parts that are actually sort of interesting and or relevant. So it's just slowed me down, and I even missed at least 1 week where I should have been publishing a gameplay video and didn't, just because the amount of editing sort of overwhelmed me. So I did publish that last week. It was a week late, and I will have more coming. I've actually been working through it, so we're getting kind of past that now as well. And the gameplay series is actually going to be improving as well. I did finally get new mics for a couple of my friends, and so that's going to improve the audio quality a lot. So you won't see that right away yet, but it will be improved as we get to the later stages of the game. And we're getting back up to speed in terms of the gameplay as well. It'll start to speed up again as we start to plow through the hard mode bosses and events and so on. So look out for that. That is all coming. We are going right to the end of the game in 1.4, so master mode. And I think we're getting better as time goes on. You might not see that right away either, but as we get to some of the bosses and stuff, we are going to be upping our game a little as well. And yes, I eventually do plan to get into mods for Terraria. Honestly, I've been saying that for years, and I feel like it's going to be like it could be another year still, because I have so much to do still just to cover 1.4 properly, and to really feel like I've closed out my coverage of the regular game, with 1.4 being the last update as well. So again, I'm going back, and I plan to redo some old guides, but I also have some subjects that I haven't ever gotten around to covering in Terraria as well. So there's just a lot still to do as far as vanilla 1.4 guides even. Beyond that, though, of course, there is some uncertainty that comes with the Terraria world, this being the last update for Terraria, and what comes next for me and for the channel and for the game. There's a lot to think about there. I will have to be considering what else to do and what else you might want to see, so I do want to hear from all of you. Let me know if there are other games you're interested in seeing me cover or play through, or whatever else you think I should be doing as we sort of see what comes next. I'm very much hoping that there's going to be another Terraria game. I'm very much hoping for that, and in that case, I'll probably be able to wait that out just with the amount of stuff I still have to cover for Terraria. But I do have to consider, if that doesn't happen, what am I going to do, and where do I take the channel, and so on. And I've always done guides for other games here and there as well. It's just that Terraria is such a huge game with so much content. It keeps me busy, and obviously I've gotten a lot of attention for it as well, and it's a game that I very much still love after all this time. So again, I want to hear from you what you think. And I don't even know what other games I could cover in that sort of depth, or that would keep me busy so long, or anything like that. And I don't know, maybe some things will come along that'll be interesting, or maybe there will be a Terraria 2 and we'll just keep doing Terraria around here mostly. But as I say, I've always done a little bit of other stuff, and I will always do a little bit of other stuff, and we'll just see if it has to be more other stuff or if it doesn't. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, feedback. I want to hear from you all, and let me know what you think and all that. And I guess that's probably enough for today otherwise. But really, this was just about saying a huge thank you to all of you. It always means a lot to me, and this has become a huge part of my life in general. Not just time and financially and otherwise. It's just a huge part of my life, this channel now. So I guess we have potentially an even bigger milestone coming up, and maybe I'll see you all in not too long. But I guess we'll leave it there. So let me know what you think, what you want to see, and where you think this is all going. But thank you all, and bye for now.